My Sony TV does not have sound.
Did you unmute it?
It shouldn't be muted.
This is so common an issue that Sony's first line on their tech support section, if there is no sound but a good picture, is that you check the volume level and up the volume so that it turns off mute.
It had sound previously.
So see if the sound setting says to send the audio to the TV speakers instead of the surround sound speakers someone else may have disconnected when gaming.
If someone has messed with my wiring, I have a totally different problem.
The same is true if your HDMI or audio-visual cables are disconnected.
There are no dangling wires as evidence of that theory.
You could still have someone using a bad combination of cables. For example, if you're using HDMI inputs with Super Audio CD or the DVD audio settings, digital audio out optical cables simply may not carry the sound.
I could test that by changing the signal input from DVD player to cable TV, and if I hear those stations, I know the problem is the audio input for that particular media source. It sounds weird, but I haven't even tried that for a while.
If you are using streaming media via an app, make sure you didn't turn off audio in the app, or that the app is the problem.
I don't think I hit mute on the app itself, and if it were glitching on the sound, the video would be even worse.
Sony TVs, when set to a digital channel with alternate audio for a different language that they aren't broadcasting, and can turn off the audio. You can switch the preferred language by going to Option, Alternate Audio, and switch the language.
And I thought it was annoying when closed captioning was turned on.
Typically, turning on closed captioning won't turn off the audio, though setting it to Spanish and the new show doesn't have SAP Spanish broadcasting could.
What if I had audio but it is really bad or static?
I'm assuming you've got appropriate cables, since it had good sound before. If you are getting streaming media, make sure the cables are all plugged in appropriately or the Wi-Fi is too far away to get interference.
If I relied on Wi-Fi for the movie, I'd have bad video as well as audio.
If you have a home theater system and lose sound when using it, for the Sony Bravia TVs at least, go to Theater for the activated theater system, sound. Set the speakers to audio.
I have no idea what the settings are right now or if it is even configured.
You want the audio out set to fixed so that its advanced automatic settings don't end up turning things off, though you could go through the whole setup to make sure they all talk to each other.
At least that suggests a software fix instead of a hardware one.
If there was recently an update to the TV's firmware or an app you use for streaming media, you're still down to the suggestion to do a power reset.
That's fancy terminology for unplug. Wait, plug it back in.
At least try it before you send it in for service that finds it works, because shipping the TV to them essentially does the same thing.